Hey Leo, Mariah here. It's a pleasure, honor, and a privilege as always to be reading for you. So let's just hop into it because it is April. I want to see what the major event that is happening for you this month, what that is. So let's get into it and let's check things out. Okay, Leo. So let's get into this. Let's see for the month of April for my Leos. Thank you. Let's get one more for Leo for the month of April. Thank you. So we have door to value and caring connection. I hate to be cheesy. I'm just getting taken back to like the specific time frame. It just reminds me of like, like the old 7-Elevens or like the old corner stores. This reminds me of somebody's childhood. There used to be like a little, like in your neighborhood, like a little community store, like I said, like a little corner store, like a little 7-Eleven or a little quick and shop or something like that that somebody used to go to frequently that brings back memories. There's something about somebody's childhood. I'm sorry, I don't want to, okay, I'm not going to go off to that, but I was just picking up somebody's childhood specifically. But deeper than that, Leo, it looks like the month of April, and it feels like the month of April is going to be a month where your inner world and your outer world are not going to be in alignment. And not necessarily for you, but for the people that's surrounding you, your external environment. It's like who you are and who you come off externally. It's a bit different than what you feel and what you're processing internally. And you may have certain people surrounding you in the month of April that may have a certain perception of you that can be totally opposite than who you truly are on the inside. And I think in the month of April, you're reevaluating these people that you may have considered, whether it's a friend, acquaintance, lover, somebody that you cared about, to see if they truly are in alignment with you. Because not to say that you can't necessarily be yourself around them, but I just feel this energy of being slightly misunderstood. Like your inner world feels much different than how you perceive or you're perceived in your outer world. I think I understand why I'm looking at this polarity here. You're going to have to make a choice. The Leo that I'm speaking to for the month of April, you're going to have to make a choice between, and this is why, like I said, I was getting pulled one way and the other way. You're going to have to make a choice between a connection you have with somebody, whether this is a friend, a family member, a romantic connection, versus your material or financial world. And this may put you in a space of feeling like you're in a gridlock where you may not feel like you know what to do. You may not feel like you know where to really go or which direction to really choose. It's like you may have a friend or a lover or somebody that you really care about, but to some degree they don't understand internally, at least as far as their comprehension of you, they don't fully understand a certain choice or a certain decision that you're having to make coming up here. They can only see it from their lens. They can only see it from their perspective. They can only see it from their worldview. But internally within you, you have to make a choice that's going to be best beneficial for your future, and not for the short term, but for the long term. And they can only look at the short term. They can't see the long term. They can't see your long term vision with this. This takes me back to the sentiment, not everybody can go where you're going. And I think this is why we're in this gridlock, because there is an attachment to this person. Whether, again, it's a family member, a friend, or a lover, there is a strong attachment to them. And would we like to take them along the way with us? For some of you, yes. Maybe for others of you, no. But nonetheless, they don't understand why, at least not fully in the comprehension sake. They don't fully understand why you're choosing to take the route that you're wanting to take. And that's something that's a little weird here for me. That's why you don't feel understood. This is somebody that challenges you. It's like, you know what's best for you for your long-term future, right? Whether this is materially, financially, etc. But this is somebody that may challenge you or feel like they're smarter than you or they know more than you, right? This is somebody who feels like they already know where you're going before you even get there. So listen to them versus listen to your own gut or trust your own intuition. But you know your own intuition is going to lead you in the right direction. And it's like you try to play devil's advocate and hear them out or try to understand their perspective and not just fully dismiss them. But even with trying to give uh, some respect to trying to hear their side, they still want to, if you will, maybe battle you down about the decision you need to make or the choice you're going to be making for your future. They don't see your vision like you see your vision, and you trust your gut well enough to know that as much as I do desire this connection, or as much as this connection has been in my life, whether you still desire it or not, you're looking at legacy, long-term investment, the return on what you've been wanting to go after. And if this person can't come with you, I think that may be a bit of a tough spot for you. But you're in the space of so be it. I have to go where I'm going. Not everybody can ride with you. Yep. And you going, yep. Damn. Sorry. I didn't mean to get so sorry, though. I just literally looked at the Ten of Swords, the King of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Wands, Six of Cups. This is somebody that you got history with, and this is why it makes it hard. Whether this is, I mean, this could be anybody for you, Leo. I mean, this could be a child. This could be your man, your woman. This could be, you know, a family member, a friend. But it's like you can only be nice about it for so long. You can only try to give respect or try to be agreeable for so long. And after a certain point of a person, whether they're misunderstanding you, not wanting to hear where you're coming from, or feeling like they know more than you, or they feel like they know it all, they feel like they have the right line of sight, or they know where you're going, so listen to them because you don't really know. It's somebody that has that weird entitlement because they're very smart. This reminds me of, and this is no shade, I promise you, no shade. This reminds me of, and I say this because my sister has her PhD, so I had to deal with this all my life as somebody that's not college educated. But typically with people who are scholastically smart, book smart, college educated, they are all brain, they are all smarts, and they tend to know a lot. But sometimes what they have in book smarts, they lack in street smarts, and what they have in book smarts, they lack in life wisdom. Right. And I'm not, again, this is no shade to Leo that may have their college degree and educated. All praise to you. But this feels like, if I was to give you a polarity of the energy, it reminds me of that, of somebody who may be very intelligent or high IQ, or they're very smart, or they're a know-it-all, but yet they lack in street smarts, or they lack in common sense, or they lack in being able to be in tune with their intuition. The key things that's going to matter to really maneuver through the crevices of life, they tend to lack on that. But because they are so smart, they tend to impose their smarts onto you and feel like they know more than you. And it's like you end up getting to a point where it's like, I don't care. Like you might end up going off, because that King of Wands in reverse of the Ten of Swords, I mean, that's a little brutal. You may end up going off on them. You may end up cussing them out. You may end up telling them, like, you know, where they can stick it. And even if it's not that, you may end up just getting really pissed off by this person and just having to explode. Hopefully it's not implode about the situation, but you know where you're going, and this person is choosing and refusing to not really understand that. I will tell you this, Leo, if you know what's best for you, then go in the direction that is best for you. Don't allow somebody else's will and way, and don't allow the history that you may have with this person, or the relation you may have with this person, or any type of connection, whatever's connecting you two together, don't allow that to hold you back. I think if you were to listen to this person and not listen to yourself, you will stunt your own growth in the month of April. So whatever this is that is going to pay out on a long-term investment, whether this is something that is monetarily based, whether this is something that is for your future in the long term, there's a choice between a connection and something that is very valuable to you, truly something valuable to you in the month of April, you're going to have to choose between the two. Both, at least in this scenario, both can't really reside in the same scenario because of this person not really, it's like they're oh my God, I don't want to say they're suffocating, but it's like they're imposing themselves on too much onto you. It's like back up a little bit. Like I'm a grown adult. I'm a grown person. I know what I'm doing. I know where I want to go. I know what I want to do. But it's like they feel like they know more than you. And I think they're definitely underestimating you, Leo. And I think that's a bad decision. Big mistake. Huge. This feels like somebody underestimating you, a person that you may have had a caring connection with or have a connection with underestimating you. And I think this is going to be a big mistake on their behalf, especially when they see the outcome in the future. I think they're going to regret it. I think they're going to regret underestimating you. I think they're going to regret trying to play the know-it-all. I think they're going to regret, and I don't say that lightly, I think they're going to eat their words. It reminds me of, and I'm not saying this is how it's going to play out for you, but it reminds me of like, oh my goodness, the whole situation where, like, say if, you met somebody in your younger years and then you end up going through this big life change and now you're successful and this and that. And back then, they may have bullied you or didn't care about you or played you or cheated on you or took advantage of you. And now you're out here doing amazing things in the world. And now it's like, oh, why did I do that to Leo? Like, maybe I can double back around to Leo and see what's up. That's how whoever this caring connection is going to regret it. So I love you, Leo. You be safe. You take care. You be well.